What's good, guys? So in this quick video, I want to break down the exact mindset that I had when I first came to Dubai, right? And at the end of the day, things do change, right? Frames of mind have to change in order for you guys to accomplish different goals, right? So right now, obviously, I have a completely different frame of mind in regards to accomplishing the goals that I'm accomplishing currently in regards to the mindset that I had. Right? So I just want to break it down for you though, because this is the exact mindset you guys need to fucking have. This is the exact frame of mind that you guys should have in the beginning, okay? And it's going to sound a little bit delusional, but if you guys want to get some crazy results in life, sometimes you have to act a little bit out of the norm. So besides that, without further ado, let's get right into the video. So first thing, guys, fairly simple, right? I started telling myself that I was already making a certain amount of money and that I was already good at things that I was not good at, right? Now, let me give you an example. I would sit down and I would do 100 cold dials every single day. And I was not the best at it in the beginning whatsoever. And every day that I would do them, I would have these thoughts, these doubts that would tell me that I'm bad and I should just give up and yada, 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 whatever, right? But I understood that going into a cold call or even a sales call with the frame of mind that I'm terrible isn't going to lead to anything positive whatsoever, right? So I started reconditioning myself, right? To just basically make sure that I understood that every no was getting me closer to a yes. Now, I would go to the gym, I would see old friends there, and they'd always ask me, how's the business going? How is the business going? And I'd always say, it's going amazing. And it's going fucking exactly how it's supposed to. It's going incredible. Okay, well, how much money have you made? Nothing yet, but I will be making this much money, right? I started saying that. And then I started just framing it like, no, I'm making this much money a month. First was 10K. I'm making 10K a month. And they're like, okay, cool, where is it? And I'm like, no, I didn't make it last month, but I'm making it this month, right? And it sounds a little crazy, guys, right? But just wait until you hear what comes next, right? So when it comes down to it, I had this frame of mind, right? And I started telling myself that I'm good at setting appointments. Now, what did that translate into, right? If you can frame yourself as the type of person who's already achieving said goal, then you're more likely to achieve it because guess what? You will automatically do the actions associated with achieving that fucking goal. The guy who's amazing at cold dials doesn't just give up after one day, one bad day, right? Or even one bad week. He just keeps going because he's that guy. He's that type of person, right? It's like the type of person who goes to the gym consistently, right? Even if you're a fat ass watching this video right now and you want to start going to the gym consistently, right? You just have to start framing yourself as the type of person who already does that. Because let's be real, there's no difference between you and the guy who already is going to the gym. It's just your mind is cooked, okay? And if you guys put his brain in your body, then you would start getting up and going to the gym. Why? Because obviously you are a different identity now. And in association with that identity, what do you do every single day? You go to the gym, you eat healthy, and you actually put in the work. So that's all it really is. That's all it really comes down to, right? And that's the main reason why a lot of you guys are just cooked. I mean, let's be real, right? The main reason a lot of you guys are stuck in the position that you're in is because of the frame of mind that you have, right? You give up at any slight inconvenience, anything that seems to be going wrong completely fucking derails you, right? But for me, I wasn't that type of guy to quit, right? Because I was the type of guy who was already making 10K a month. What, the guy who's making 10K a month just quit because of some small inconvenience, because of a couple sales calls not showing up, right? Because of maybe one bad day of cold dials? No. As I started telling myself I was good at cold dials, guess what started happening? I started booking more appointments. Naturally, automatically. Because I kept going and I kept learning and I kept repeating that process and doing those actions. And as a byproduct, I actually learned something from it. Pretty crazy. Then I started telling myself this on sales calls. And in the beginning, it was a little bit difficult, especially when you're not closing deals and you're facing harsh rejection every single day. But I kept that frame of mind in my head. I kept telling myself that I'm a fucking G at sales. Okay, maybe I messed up here, but that doesn't mean that I'm horrible. I'm learning. All because I'm not winning does not mean I'm losing. I'm learning, right? A lot of you guys have a stack of evidence in your mind that you're a fucking loser, right? And that you have all these losses that have stacked up and, you know, they've accumulated now into an identity of being a fucking loser when what if those were not losses? What if those were wins in disguise? What if those were lessons, right? You guys are just framing everything wrong in your mind and it's causing you to be a fucking loser, right? What if those were wins because they were lessons? Now what are you? A fucking winner. Even though you don't have any physical evidence to show for it, guess what? You are still a winner because of the evidence that you have now put in your mind, right? So, okay, skip ahead a little bit, right? Tell myself I'm a G at sales calls, decent, good, I can keep going, I'm a G. Started closing a couple deals here and there, nothing crazy, right? And then I take that leap of faith, right? At this point, everybody thinks I'm delusional. Coworkers think I'm crazy. Old friends think I lost my mind. I had people actually telling people behind my back, like talking behind my back, gossiping, which is super fucking gay. Like if you're a man and you just gossip about other men, like that's the only thing you fucking do, then who the fuck even are you? That's like so fucking gay. So anyway, I go from New Mexico, right, all the way up to New York City. I take a drive, right? You guys might already know the story, but as I'm driving there, I'm telling myself, I'm already making 100K a month. Whoa, we've skipped a couple levels, right? First, I was the guys making 10K a month. I've not made 10K in a singular month at this point, right? And then I just shot up to 100K a month. Why did I do that? Because I realized it's a choice. It's genuinely a choice. You can choose how to frame your mind, right? Now, $100,000 a month version of me, well, he would go to New York City. Why not? So I drive there with all my shit, right? And when I get there, I get to my dad's, I sit down and I start telling him this. I'm making 100K a month. He's like, whoa, 100K a month? Dude, that's a good amount of money. I'm like, what do you mean it's a good amount of money? It's the normal amount of money that I make every single month. He said, well, how much did you make last month? I'm like, well, don't worry about last month. I'm making 100K this month. And that sounds so crazy to a lot of you guys, right? But I'm telling you guys, this frame of mind, if you can really condition yourself into believing it, it does not matter what is true, okay? Only what you fucking believe is true, because with work, it will become true. And if you believe that it's true, then as a byproduct, you are going to put in the work to make it become fucking true. A lot of you guys do not understand that, okay? Some of you guys might call me crazy. Some of you guys might call me delusional, but it doesn't fucking matter, okay? The proof is in the fucking pudding, seriously. So, I'm chilling in New York. And I remember at the time I was supposed to go to Thailand, right? Because, you know, I had a couple guys that were telling me, oh, you should come to Thailand, bro. It's cheap. You know, you can just pull up and you can fucking have a coconut on the beach and do whatever, right? So at this time, I have a little bit of money saved up from the job, the 9 to 5, maybe a couple clients that I've signed. And I remember vividly, I was gonna take a sip, but I gotta keep going, that Thailand just felt not right. It just felt cheap. It just didn't feel authentic to me and who I am as an individual. If you guys know what I mean. I mean, 100K a month. Why am I going to Thailand? Because it's cheap? No. And I had already sent the money for the villa. I already got the plane ticket. I didn't feel right in my soul. So what did I do? Canceled the plane ticket. I let them keep the money I sent them for their villa, which was like $700. And I booked a one-way ticket to Dubai. And I tell my daddy I'm going to Dubai. He's like, whoa, what? Dubai? Isn't it expensive out there? I'm like, what do you mean expensive? I'm not worried about that. I make 100K a month. And again, he's like, yo, dude, 100K a month. That's a good amount of money. I'm like, Dad, don't worry about it. 100K a month. I got it. It's easy. I'm already doing it. Already doing it. I remember sitting at the dinner table and I'm eating a chicken with my dad. And I look at him, I'm like, Dad, making 100K a month. And he's just like, dude, there's no way. Like, are you sure? Are you sure you're gonna be good? Like, how much money do you have? I'm like, don't worry about how much money I have. It doesn't matter about, you know, how much money I have. It matters how much money I'm making. And he was just like, okay. And I remember I get up and I walk to my bedroom, happy as can be, right? And every night I sat there and I just reconditioned myself to understand how much I'm making. Every single night I was there, right before the plane flight, leading up to everything, I reconditioned my mind, right? And you know what's crazy, guys? That next month in Dubai, when I landed, with $2,000 in my bank on a one-way ticket. I didn't make 100K. I made nearly 60,000. And was that the end of the world? No. Was it a couple months later that I hit my first 6-figure month? Yes. But guess what? When you shoot for the stars, sometimes you'll hit the moon, and the moon isn't that bad, right? So look, if you guys never set these types of intentions, you're never going to reach anything of substance, right? If you guys believe it's hard to make 100,000 a month and it's difficult to make $100,000 a month, whatever it may be, whatever your number is, right? You will find evidence for it being hard and difficult. But if you guys can frame yourself as the guy who's already doing it and that it's easy and that it just is already a thing in your reality, then you're gonna only look for the simple way to make it work. And that's what I did. I found a very simple way to make a lot of fucking money that month. And it was because I was already the guy who was doing it. So if you guys can understand what I'm trying to tell you, this will change your life. If you can start reframing yourself with this way of thinking, this will change your fucking life. But if you guys just think I'm crazy and delusional, then you guys can keep the same mindset that has kept you a fucking loser and a bum. You can stay poor. Or you could potentially try something new that you never have tried before. And don't just give up if it doesn't work immediately, okay? Remember, I was doing this for like months and months before it really started picking up, right? I first started at 10, cool. Then I just went for 100. So what's the difference between me and you? Seriously, it's just a frame of mind that we have, right? So besides that, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a story, right? To help you guys understand the frame of mind that you should have as an entrepreneur in the beginning, okay? And I'm not even talking about manifestation, none of that, right? This is just a frame of mind that will help you. Because remember, guys, money is an accompanying attribute to who you are, right? If you chase the money, you're not gonna get it. But if you become an identity, the money will come to you. It's a byproduct, right? So besides that, if you guys are interested in learning more about what I do specifically, obviously frame of mind is important, but understanding, actual business logistics is extremely important. I have a free 5-hour-long video that you can go watch in the description. It's free, completely free. Just go check it out. All right, if you don't make money from it, text me. I'll be really surprised. Okay, I've had a lot of guys sit down, watch that shit, and make not just 5 or 6,000, make like 10, 15, just from that fucking video. So please go in the description, check it out, watch it. If you have any questions, text me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.